Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back again for another player interview today. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of volleyball, interviewing an incredible outside hitter. She's a high major talent. She's playing for a high major team at the University of Cincinnati. She's a 6'2" junior, Elissa Alcantara. She is such an incredible athlete, has so much great experience playing for a high major school at Colorado, then at a powerhouse JUCO in Florida SouthWestern. And now she's playing for Cincinnati, which is in the American Conference for now, but will be going to join Power 5 Conference Big 12 next year. She's an amazing friend of mine, one of my closest friends. I can't wait to get her on here and ask her some questions.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
Oh, it's good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. How's everything going at Cincinnati?
Everything's going pretty good. We've been playing now, so we've been doing okay.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, I got to see your game against East Carolina. Saw you against Tulane go out there, get a couple of kills, do your
Yeah.
thing. How good does it feel to be back on the court?
It feels good. I wish I could be on the court a little more, but progress is, it's coming.
Absolutely. That's just how it is. It's a process, you know that. And you're a high major talent no matter what. They recognize that. That's why they brought you in. And you earned that right to be called that because of the 2 years that you spent at Colorado for sure. I mean, you got there. I was doing my research like I usually do, looked at it, and I knew you played a big factor for them, but 305 kills over 2 years. You were a starter since a freshman, one of the best players on their team. Talk to me about your time at Colorado during those 2 years. What was that like?
It was actually really nice. I missed that school like crazy. Like the mountains, it just looked like a picture in the background. But like playing volleyball there was pretty nice because it was just such a like high major school and we were in the Pac-12. So it was just nice being able to travel around to going to Cali, like Oregon, Arizona, Utah, all that. So it was just really nice. And then just playing at that level, knowing that I can compete at that level is just feeling really good. So yeah, I liked it.
And you mentioned it. You guys were part of the Pac-12, playing against so much talent in one of the best conferences in the entire country. And I mean, your freshman year, you had 22 kills against Arizona. You had a bunch of kills against Oregon State one game. I was looking, I mean, all across the board. I'm pretty sure you had double-digit kills against every single team in that conference. There's no nights off. What Describe what it was like playing in the Pac-12 overall.
Overall, I think it was like really amazing. Like our first half of my sophomore year, it didn't go good. We were like 0-7. And then second half of the season we just turned it around and it was just like amazing just playing against those teams again because we had lost in the beginning. So just coming back and beating them how they beat us just felt really good. And then knowing that they were really like that's top talent right there. Like that's top talent. So it just felt really good, It was it was great.
Absolutely, yeah. And I know after your sophomore year, some stuff went on. You decided to transfer. You originally were going to go to, I believe it was North Carolina State, but
Right.
something ended up bringing you to Florida Southwestern, one of the best JUCOs in the country. You guys were ranked #1 throughout the season, made a run in nationals. What was it that made you want to go to the JUCO level for a year?
So honestly, in that situation, I just wanted to keep playing. So if I would have transferred to another 4-year college, like I wouldn't have been, I would have had to sit down. So I didn't want to sit down and I wanted to play more. So I felt like when Thais reached out to me, it was just like the perfect opportunity. And I was coming back home to Florida. So I love that. And it was just a beautiful school overall. Like they just really had my back through everything. So I'm really glad I went to FSW. So yeah.
Absolutely. I'm happy that you're able to come there as well. I heard someone's graphic helped draw you in. I heard your mom that. I heard that was a really good
Yeah.
graphic that I made. Um, but I mean,
And my mom cried, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. On my visit, my mom was crying seeing that. So
well, I'll take that as a compliment. And I mean,
yeah.
I'm definitely happy that I brought you in because you did so much for the team. You were an all-conference performer, 138 kills on the season, 35 blocks. You had you were player of the week in the Region 8, where you went on a 3-game stretch where you just killed it. You had 11 kills against Miami-Dade, 13 against Indian River. Then against Daytona State, you went off, had 19 with 7 blocks, just absolutely dominated. Talk to me about playing at that junior college level. Obviously, there's a big difference compared to the Pac-12. So what was really the biggest change that you had to make and that you noticed?
I feel like going to that level, it was really more of like a skill wise era for me. So I feel like just going there would like help me, tweak everything that I need to tweak just like to get back to that higher level. So, and like the competition was pretty good. Like it wasn't even bad because there's always like a lot of international players on like Miami-Dade. There was some on HCC, like all teams like that. So just like being able to play with like different talent from across the world is just crazy too at the same time because you don't really see that at the NCAA level. So it's nice.
Yeah, Coach Thais is known for having an international roster for sure. Last year, I'm pretty sure you played with about 8 people from Brazil, some
Yeah.
Aris from Italy. I mean, all across
Right.
the globe.
Right.
And you guys have had such a good roster. And you weren't even the only one that went to the Division One level. You had 4 other Division One signees from last year, and then of course you're going to have a ton that were freshmen when you were there. They're going to be going off to Division One level after this year. Julia Lorenz is already committed to Hawaii. Barbara Kohler has high major offers just like you did. There's a saying in the basketball group called the FSWA that originally started with a graphic that I made as well. I like to think that as the culture for FSW athletics as a whole. And volleyball really has, I use that as my second example besides basketball because you guys have sent so many players to Division One level over the past few years. This is the 4th year of the program even existing, and you guys already have about 12 players at Division One level. Can you talk to me about what it is about FSW volleyball, what Coach Thais does to really help get you guys to go to that next level?
I think that she does a really great job just getting into the strategies and like the techniques and everything and like just creating plays for us. Like we always have like a deep bench, so everyone on the team is capable of scoring on that like on the court. So I feel like she does a really good job recruiting in the first place. And then like I honestly don't know how she does it. Like how does she get these people from these places? But anyways, yeah, I just feel like she does a really good job of just breaking down everything for us and like because some of them don't like English is not their first language. She does a really good job just getting into that and speaking like, thoroughly and just clear for everyone to understand. So, yeah.
And like you said, she gets them from everywhere. Was it ever confusing, a problem communication wise on the court with all of these different international languages?
I don't think so. I feel like we all pretty much just knew what to say and like how to get people to understand what we're saying. So, and volleyball is, just an international sport, so everyone knows what they're doing pretty much. You just got to do your thing. So, yeah, there was never really any communication issues or anything.
All right, that's good. And obviously, it all worked out well for you guys. Made a run into nationals, had one conference, all that stuff last year, and then got you to where you needed to be. You went to Cincinnati. I know you had a bunch of high major schools contacting you still. I know FGCU, they came out to watch you play. They really wanted you bad. They were upset when I told them that you were going to Cincinnati. What was it about Cincinnati that stuck out to you? Because after season, you committed pretty quickly, I believe.
Yeah. I was supposed to get there in the spring actually, but I feel like honestly just the coaching staff in general, like I love them. They're like a second family to me. So just knowing that they always had my back and they had my back through everything. So since I signed with them or committed with them, like they were always there for me, always supporting me through everything. So that really locked me down. And then I took a visit in February and then that just like basically sealed the deal. I didn't even need to see a visit. I was already signed and everything. So I was just like, I just want to go there.
That's awesome. Well, now you're there. It took you a little while. I know you had some paperwork issues going on. There was some delays that kept you from practicing with the team for a little bit. What was that whole process like? I know something like that's got to be irritating. How did you handle that?
It was very irritating, I could tell you that. But it was very hard. But like even then I could still practice with the team. So I guess that was kind of what was getting me through with it and like working out and everything with the team. But just like knowing that I couldn't dress out and like be there and help the team, win some games, I was like crushing. And that was 10 games. Like that was 10 games. So I'm like, dang, like when am I gonna get cleared? And then then I finally got cleared, and now it's just like we're in the season. We're almost to the second half of the season, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, thankfully, conference play is what matters most,
Right.
and you're available for that. So you're able to help out your team. I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned where I watched your game against Tulane. You came in, had 4 kills there. Finally able to see you back out on that court. You had a couple of kills against Temple. Got to see some action here and there, but I know missing that first part of season really hurts when it comes to trying to crack that rotation.
Exactly.
What is that whole process like now for you trying to crack the rotation? When you get in, what is that mindset like when you finally get onto the court?
Honestly, my mindset is like I don't want to come out the game, so I'm just gonna do everything I can to stay in the game and like just score and win games. Like that's all I want to do. So honestly,
Winning's what matters most. So, I mean, you guys are definitely looking like you have a great roster, showing some production. And in the American, that's no joke either. They may not be a Power 5 conference, but Memphis, Houston, you guys just played East Carolina. You're going to be playing USF here soon. I'm going to make sure that I'm at that game to come see you.
yes, right.
Very, very tough conference. But next season, you're going back to the Power 5. You're going to be joining the Big 12. Is that exciting at all? Is there going to be any kind of difference, do you think?
I think there's gonna be a huge difference, and it's like very exciting to know that because like that's like one of the biggest conferences, and then there's like so much good competition, so many good players in that conference. So, and then like the fan bases too. Like I personally, I love playing in front of like a huge fan base. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. Even though, even in the American Conference, there's a lot of schools that have like a lot of fans at the games. So it's really exciting too.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see you get to that level. You're going to have a whole off season to prepare for that transition. What are you looking at during this off season to really get better at, to improve so you can get more action for your team next year?
So I think that I'm kind of struggling more on serve receive and defense, but I'm getting there. I'm working every day, getting my bread, I gotta get to the paper. But yeah, serve receive and defense is mostly what I'm working on, and then like coverage with like when they block the ball, just getting it in there and then picking the ball up, letting my teammates hit the ball, something like that.
Absolutely. I know you're going to do great. I know you're going to improve a lot with this offseason. I can't wait to see you at USF. I'll be seeing you in November for sure. Definitely got my ticket already, so I promise I will be there.
Perfect. Can't wait to see you then.
All right, Elissa. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I know it took a while, but finally got you on here.
Finally. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you.